Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. I thought it'd be good to run through some of the best simulation games that you can currently buy right now in 2024. These reviews will be formed on my own opinion based on the longevity of the game as well as the overall fun factor. However, I also have to be mindful that some of them are more simulators as opposed to simulations, which are different. First up at number 10 is Tourist Bus Simulator. Released in December 2018, having been developed by TML Studios, your job is to create your own bus empire. In this open world game, the island you're on is modelled around the real island of Future Ventura. Similar to other titles such as Fernbus, your task is to create a prosperous bus company starting with next to nothing and rising to the top. There's a number of DLCs that you can download, some at an additional cost however, but unlike anything I've seen ever before in this type of game, you're also charged with the responsibility of negotiating the best possible price for food and beverages to serve on board, as well as securing travel contracts with nearby tourist attractions, as well as looking after members of staff. All the buses featured are modelled and licensed on real-life models. Up next at number 9 is Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. And yes, you've guessed it, it's all about upgrading and fixing broken vehicles. There have been several releases of this game, including Car Mechanic Simulator 2015, 2018, and the latest being 2021. Initially, you start with a very small garage. You have to earn sufficient money to unlock and purchase the additional areas, allowing you to undertake additional work types. You're also able to tune your vehicle's performance and enhance your car's look. In the 2021 release, you're able to complete things like barn finds as well as auctions, whereby you can really find something that's a bargain. Although this game is clearly here for entertainment purposes, it's also educational. I certainly learned a few things about how vehicles and engines work. Up next is Police Simulator. Released in November 2022 by Acer Interactive, this is an open world police simulator whereby both on foot and mobile patrol, you uphold the law. You decide on how you police. You can either be a proactive cop that carries out diligent stop checks of both vehicles and persons, or you can be more of the station cat and purely react to those incidents, such as crimes and road traffic collisions amongst a few. Depending on the nature of your policing style, you will be issued various points. Once you have reached sufficient points, you will then begin to unlock various vehicles, tools and other equipment. So should any of the people you try and stop not wish to stop? Well, simple, chase them down after a good old foot chase. You can taser them, you can draw them at gunpoint, and hell, even if they don't comply, you can shoot them. Will you police fairly? At number 7, we have Euro Truck 2 Simulator. This game is probably the oldest game we'll be looking at in this top 10. Released in 2012, this game is developed by SCS Software, which provides an insight into the world of trucking. However, please don't be put off by thinking this is a repetitive driving sim. There's a whole development tree to work towards unlocking. The various awards once unlocked will provide extra bonuses for carrying certain types of cargo, distance driven, or even unlocking different styles of cargo. The scenery is also diverse too, so it isn't the case of travelling along the highway seeing the same scenery looping over and over again. There's lots of fully modelled and licensed trucks in the game, not forgetting the hundreds of additional DLCs too. What really does attract people to this game is the huge online community. You're able to play with friends, strangers, or simply on your own in the online world. So whether you prefer the more shorter hauls or travelling across the European continent, I'm sure you will enjoy this overwhelmingly positive game. Now at number 6, we have Gold Mining Simulator. Become a gold miner. Work hard, dig deep, explore the world, and you'll become the wealthiest person in Alaska. Use a variety of specialist machines to find as much gold as you can. Having been released in October 2017 by Code Horizon, This game is based on the TV series, and like the TV series, you start with very little, rent a claim, and literally with a bucket and pan start the painstaking process of finding the gold. You will eventually start to produce sufficient money to invest in bigger and better machinery, which yields even better gold returns. What I really like about this game is that you have to physically buy and attach hoses and cables to all the machinery in game, and once you've claimed the gold from one claim, you can simply relocate to another enriched site to earn even more millions. At number 5 is Taxi Life, a city driving simulator. This is the most recently released game in this top 10, having only been released in March of this year. Simteract has developed this open world driving game, so climb into the driving seat of your car and your business, transport passengers across Barcelona and grow your company. Help relieve the transportation challenges of a city that never sleeps. You will also have to ensure that your passengers have a smooth ride and that comfort needs are met. There's a small amount of customizations that can be made, and as the latest released game, as I'd expect, the visuals in this game are absolutely fantastic. In a rush? Don't forget that you'll have to comply with the rules of the road. If you're going too fast, contravene a one-way, or even forget to signal, there will be consequences. Builder, farmer, hunter, trade, ranching certainly isn't your average job. So with Ranch Simulator at number 4, do you think you have all the skills to turn your family's rundown homestead into the most prosperous ranch in the valley? If so, then it's time to head out into the wilderness into this captivating, single and multiplayer open world simulator. Having spent many years in early access, the full version of this game was released in November 2023. Begin your journey as a rancher by rebuilding a dilapidated homestead. Look to turn this into a successful and prosperous ranch. You can work with up to 3 friends, raise and breed livestock. Being a rancher isn't easy. You'll have to work hard and build facilities. You will have to milk your cows, consider turning into cheese, or how about grinding your livestock into meat? So, top 3. Third place, we've got Construction Simulator 2. Construction Simulator has returned, larger and more impressive than ever. Fulfill your ambition to become a successful construction entrepreneur by establishing your business from scratch. Assisted by your mentor Hape, this game features a highly detailed and immersive experience that is even compatible with things like Tobii eye tracking software. This game features over 80 machines by 24 different licensed brands. This is an open world game where you, as the owner of a construction company, will receive contracts to build various things in and around the map, whether this is resurfacing a road, building a family home, a multi-story hotel, or even much bigger things like a bridge over a seaway. Again, there is also a multiplayer element, so you're really able to hang out with friends and have fun. So if first-person shooters isn't your thing, this will certainly bring hours of fun with your friends. So here we are in the final 2, and up next, at number 2 is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Developed by Asobo Studio, Microsoft Flight Simulator is an absolutely epic game. From gliders and helicopters to wide-body jets, fly highly detailed and accurate aircraft. This game is the first of its kind to utilize real photogrammetry. Therefore, you're able to fly over the majority of the world and able to effectively have the same terrain imported directly below you. For context here, I was able to fly from an airport local to me all the way to my home address purely from the visual terrain. Whilst this is the default game, there's also additional payware you're able to purchase from third-party developers to enhance the game experience even further. From aeroplanes and liveries, airports, passenger loading and deboarding programs, or even software to offer immersive commercial airline announcements. This game is certainly both educational as well as entertaining. My only drawback to this game, however, is the lack of some sort of element whereby you can earn money from missions to actually buy aircraft or accessories. Currently, this is more of a hobby / semi-professional game. It would be great to see this game include features that would cause the gamer to progress somewhat. So here we are, crowning our champion It is Farming Simulator 2022. Having sold over 25 million copies, this game was developed and published by Giant Software, who released this in November 2021. I've invested over 800 hours up to date in this game, so there isn't that much that I don't know. In summary, you create farms and let the good times grow. Harvest crops, tend to animals, manage productions, and take on seasonal challenges. This is the 8th release in the Farming Simulator series, not including the versions for Nintendo Switch and Android. The series originally started in 2008, and it's great to see with each version bigger and better features, including machinery that have been implemented. The current version of the game features a seasonal cycle, gear shifting, production chains for harvest crops and livestock produce, new crops in the form of grapes, olives and sorghum, and over 400 vehicles and implements. We also have the inclusion of parallax occlusion mapping, which provides the terrain with a great 3D mapping texture for things like bricks and gravel. Whilst this game is clearly created for farming, the modding community have taken great advantage of this platform, and there's quite literally thousands of online mods, most of them all free to use. The modding community have so far provided additional maps, tools, tractors, gameplay functions, just to name a few, all of which offers every type of player greater immersion as well as a greater playing experience. Unlike most simulation games, you also have the ability to join your friends online. So what are you waiting for? Go and check it out now.